What's up, guys? Glad to see you guys again on another episode of Stefon's Vlogs. Today is a different kind of episode. Not really different, but more in the fact that it's going to be a lot of talking, a lot of explaining, and whatnot. So please go grab some popcorn, sit down, and enjoy the ride. This is episode 12, Trying Times, or just AKA updates on life and work and that kind of thing. It's been a real long time since I've actually gotten to speak directly to you guys, the audience, or whoever may be watching, specifically on what I am up to and some of the new updates in my life and just what kind of things are occurring at the moment. Of course, as you guys saw on the last episode, I do have a puppy now. He's actually down here sleeping. Grizzly, he's too tired. Right now I was just playing with him, so he's probably about to go to sleep for like 2 hours now, which is excellent. Since the last time I've actually spoken to you guys in person, or at least face to face, screen to screen, I guess, how you guys would probably look at it, there's been so many different things that has happened as far as like projects and new people collaborating with and all this, that, and the other, and it's just been a very hectic kind of time, trying to get back on track, trying to get on schedule for a little bit. I feel like I've kind of fallen off my schedule. I've fallen off my original train of thought. Right now it's just kind of just following the motions, trying to figure out how where my schedule is going to take me and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and get to the point here and just explain all of the different things that I want to talk about, updates that has been going on for at least the past month, at least since the beginning of the year. I believe all these updates are going to come through. A lot of the stuff is going to be positive and negative updates, but they're going to be updates, and I think it's important that I go ahead and speak to you guys on it just so you guys know where I'm at. So here we go. One of the first updates that I really want to talk about is something kind of small, but something that has definitely, I guess, discouraged me a tiny bit. I am not an Amazon associate anymore. So there's that. Now, some of you guys probably have no clue what I mean by when I talk about Amazon associates. I think I explained it before in one of the different different episodes that I did before. But basically, Amazon Associates is kind of something you can bring along with your YouTube page. A lot of popular YouTube pages have it, where basically you guys see all the stuff that I shoot in these videos, and you guys may be interested in like, where did he get that, or what is he using? Well, usually I would list my equipment down there in the description box, and basically I would leave Amazon links for you guys to go ahead and check those equipment out on Amazon. You guys can even buy those specific pieces of equipment, and when you guys buy them, that actually helps me out. It actually gives me a little bit of a percentage of the payment. But of course, nobody bought anything. It sucks because once no one buys something, once you don't have any like bit of sales or any, that kind of thing, you basically get your Amazon Associates link taken away. Basically, or it's gone. It's not there, anymore. Now I can actually make another one, but here's the thing. I would love to make another one, but the simple fact of the matter is that I feel like right now in my current position and everything, I do not have the following, and I do not have 100% the support to even really continue through with that right now. I'm gonna have to wait until it's maybe a little bit later on in my life, or at least once I've gained up a higher following, or where I could get more people to follow Stefon's Vlogs and follow SW Films. But I just did not have enough people to support it. And honestly, I think there's blame goes both ways in my opinion, but I think a lot of the blame still goes on me. I don't think I really pushed it heavy out there. I did before. I remember I made a status, I think, on Facebook and stuff like that, but still not a lot of people knew what it was about or knew what it was. And some people probably just weren't interested to buy anything, or or whatever. So that kind of sucks to have that taken away from me. But like I said, I can get it back later on. But I'm not gonna do it anytime soon. I'm gonna wait till I have a higher following, a bigger following, and then continue to try to see what I can do that as far as getting Amazon Associates back, and hopefully having that be a part of what gets me paid as well. So on a more positive note, Another good update is a whole bunch of new collaborations. Man, since the beginning of the year, really since the end of last year, there's been a whole lot of different people reaching out to me and wanting to collaborate on different projects. And that goes from clients or just other filmmakers as well that want to work together, work on a project. And there's a lot of different people who I'm gearing up with pretty soon to start working on collaborative projects between SW Films and their production companies, and vice versa. I'm working with Kibwe Cooper. I'm gonna put his Instagram somewhere on the screen here. But Kibwe, right now we're working on a documentary, an 8-minute long documentary. It's actually for like I think it's for like a contest for the Cinema Center in Fort Wayne, Indiana, which is pretty cool. But right now I think we're treating it mainly just to be like our own collaborative individual, collaborative project. So that's going pretty well right now. We've only shot one day, and we have a deadline that we have to meet. I think our deadline's, either in April, like beginning of April, something like that. But right now, just trying to get all of that finished and out of the way, get that done, so we can have that project out there. I'm not gonna disclose specifically what the project's about just yet. I'm gonna wait until we actually have put something out and have screened and all that kind of stuff. But I'm very excited to have worked with Kibwe. I've worked with him before on a short film. Very good dude. Another African American filmmaker, so respect to him. Yeah, pretty cool. Another filmmaker that I'm working with is a guy named Nick Trier. So Nick reached out to me, I think, sometime late last year, and he had this feature film script that he wanted to work on. And actually, the feature film script is right here. I have not read it yet. Sorry, Nick, if you're watching this. I think I've read maybe the first page at least. But I gotta eventually get to watching it or reading it so I can kind of be a little bit more prepared when the shoot happens. The shoot's supposed to happen around sometime next month, I think. I haven't actually even met with Nick Trier in a little while, but very excited to actually work on this project. One, it's a feature film, which is cool, but secondly, I'm going to be the camera operator of this film, which is going to be great. I think it's going to be awesome to take that role up. That's a collaborative project between SW Films, my company, and two other companies, Nick's and his brother's company, and then another group of filmmakers. One is named Cam Clark, I believe. We're all three getting together to make this feature film, and I'm pretty excited about it, man. I get to use the GH4, the Panasonic GH4, which I've never actually used before, and it's going to be interesting, just because I've never really cared for the GH4. I know it's a good camera, it creates great images. I think the sensor size is what bothers me a little bit, the Micro Four Thirds, but I think Nick has a Metabones adapter, which I can use EF lenses on, so I'm not tripping on it. I'm excited to use the GH4, and I'm excited to shoot this project. So, pretty happy that I can be involved. The next update is finishing up work. Man, I have been finishing up a ton of work recently, which is kind of why I feel like I've been stagnant, just because I feel like I've been working on these same projects for so long. But right now, I'm really just taking time to finish these projects up. At the beginning of 2018, I had a whole lot of projects that needed to get done. Like it was a whole paper full of different things I needed to get finished, whether it was shooting something or mainly editing something or getting something into pre-production or getting something into development. There was so many different things that I had to get finished at the time that I just did not take time. It just took me so much time to get finished. But finally I have a lot of those done. I know two of those things that I had to do was edit the few music videos. It was a Blazing Autumn's music video, which is up top, and then you also had Gavin Goodrich's music video, Better Days, which is up top too. Blazing Autumn's video took forever to get finished in production, and then finally when I got into post, it kind of took me a little while to kind of figure out how I wanted to work it, but also I had to make sure I could get the right audio, just because the audio was a little different. It was a rock band, so I kind of had to gauge it a little bit when it came to, I guess, syncing up everything perfectly. And then Gavin Goodrich's video was just the same, just trying to look at all the footage and just get the edit done, which I got that edit done pretty fast. The Enigma documentary, which is coming eventually. We spoke about it in episode 10, the interviewing me session, the Enigma documentary, and then my first spotlight video, Trying to get all those videos done. Those 2 videos are still in pre-production, or excuse me, post-production right now. It's a little closer to getting finished. You know, I'm coloring right now the Enigma documentary, and the Spotlight video is in coloring as well. And there's a little bit of text and some audio stuff I got to change in both. But what the craziest thing is, man, with finishing up all this work, it's actually been kind of destroying my it's been destroying my space on my MacBook like crazy, and it sucks because I can't really move all that stuff over to my iMac because there's certain properties and certain things missing that I have on my MacBook that's not on my iMac, so I can't really edit those 2 in the same spot. I tried to do it with the Enigma documentary, but then I realized there was a whole lot of stuff missing, just simply because all that different properties and different rendering and all that kind of stuff was not on the iMac at the time. So yeah, man, right now I'm kind of dealing with a huge space issue when it comes to the MacBook right now with editing these 2 projects, but I think that I'll be able to get them done and get them out soon. My plan is to definitely get those both finished by the springtime. It's March now, so I'm hoping I can get those done with at least the next month or so. I think I should be able to get those finished. And of course, new ideas. That's another update. All these new ideas and new creations, of course, coming for SW Films is happening, and that's a great thing as well. Right now, I've been kind of figuring out some different projects that I want to do. Simply because I'm at the point where I just want to I really want to be more organized when it comes to knowing what projects I'm going to do. Usually a lot of client projects kind of spring up out of nowhere, which is great. Actually the last day and last week at least, I've been getting a couple different people hitting me up, mainly for music videos. One person reached to me for documentaries. So that has been very good at the same time, but just really creating a lot of original work for SW Films. I love the client work. That, of course, is what gets me paid and whatnot. But the personal work that I do, that's mainly what I'm trying to build upon, is the original content from SW Films. And right now, I think there's a lot of great stuff that's in the works. Mainly just stuff that's kind of just being written on paper right now, but hopefully we'll be able to get all of that finished and get that out to y'all, so y'all can indulge on what is cinematic excellence. I also forgot one thing as far as the new collaborations goes. One person that I've been dealing with right now, which has probably been the biggest person that I've been working with so far, at least technically it would be the biggest, one of the most important people that I'm working with right now, is a guy named Quinn Davis. Shout out to Quinn. I'm gonna put his Instagram, Twitter, wherever up somewhere around here. But I'm working with Quinn. Basically, Quinn is a guy who reached out to me not too long ago, probably late last year when I did the WeHop commercial. Or whatever, and basically he reached out wanting to help me get more clients, commercial clients, basically around the Angola, Fort Wayne, Auburn area, that kind of area, Steuben County, Allen County, that kind of whole thing, LaGrange County, and it's been helpful. I think he's definitely been helpful. Literally maybe 2 days, 3 days ago, I just had a meeting with a company called Lake Gauge Marina. You guys know there's a lot of lakes around Angola and all that kind of stuff, so I just had a meeting with them, and they're interested to do some commercial work, so I'm very excited about that. Of course, I'm trying to build up off my commercial content, one, just because commercial content is a little bit more higher priced than these other products that I do, but also commercial content is gonna allow me to spread my name, spread the awareness of SW Films a lot more around this area, and just, of course, just literally pushing the message that the video content is important for every single business, and I think Angola is really behind on that. Of course, I'm very picky who I work with, as far as letting people who help me specifically. Very picky on who that is. But Quinn has been pretty successful and everything. Just got to work on communication and whatnot. And because my thing is I want to get as much commercial content as possible before I really take the chance to move to California, which is another update. I definitely plan on getting the out of Indiana this year. At least at the end of this year, top of next year, I do. And I've said that, I've completely said this before. I was supposed to leave Indiana in 2017 at least, and I'm here still. It's 2018 and I'm still in Indiana. Now the thing is, I've stayed here simply because mainly just more of what's inside of me. I wouldn't really say financially, which financially of course is a reason too why I've still been here, but I think inside me, I think deep inside, I just feel like I haven't accomplished what I want to accomplish here. And I feel like maybe I'm crossing the line of realism in a way, but at the same time, there's things that I have to get finished here. That if I didn't get them done here, I'd be upset, honestly. So I'm taking my time to get those things finished. But now, just kind of after all some of the downfalls and discouragements and just just time wasted, I think it's time for me to really focus on everything that I want to get done, and completely make my way out of Indiana. My thing is just like, it's Angola. Indiana does not have what I want here. It does. I would say it does, but it doesn't. I think it does not have the overall goal that I want here. It doesn't have any of that. But I think what it does have, it has the opportunity, of course, to get my name heard, to kind of give me a little bit more experience in dealing with different things, but also just of course, just getting my name put out here and speaking, getting my name put out here and just giving the opportunity to kind of give more knowledge to some of the people who may not know much about filmmaking, or may not know much of me or SW Films, or just the entertainment industry, the different things that you can do in the entertainment industry. And I just want to basically prove that, no matter where you're from, I mean, a small town like Angola, Indiana, you can do whatever. So that's my goal. That's the overall goal, whatever. But yeah, right now I'm focusing on getting everything done. I'm kind of writing down all the different things I know I want to get finished before I actually move out of here. One thing I want to do is get a new camera. That's been the goal since I got my new camera. Since I got this camera right here, I wanted to get a new camera instantly. I love DSLRs, they're cool, but I really want to move to a cinema camera. Get as much new clients as possible. I think that's kind of actually been something that I've been successful at this year, is getting some new clients and speaking to new clients at least, and getting them involved, getting them interested in working with me as far as video content, music videos, documentaries, stuff like that. New collaborations, of course. Been successful at that, and I feel like a lot more new collaborations are going to come, of course, with the more people you network with and whatnot. Working with different businesses on commercial content, and building up as much money as possible is huge to me, because financially, California is a whole other beast compared to here in Indiana, man. It's a lot more expensive, especially in the Bay Area, which is mainly where I'm probably gonna end up at. It's very expensive, man. I don't have, if I was to move out there right now, I'd be homeless. I'm serious. Like, there's no way I could move out there when you have to pay like $3 grand, $2 grand for a 1-bedroom apartment, studio. Like, nah, man, I'm good. So build up as much money as possible. Visit California, of course, before I actually move out there. That's the plan. I have to do that. I think that's super important. But also, I think the biggest thing, honestly, before moving out there is to at least have two new short films in general. I have to. It has been 2 years. 2 years since I have put out my last film, or my first film, my first ever narrative project, How the Herd Caught the Dove, which is getting DVDs. I keep saying that, but DVDs are coming. But it's been 2 years, man. That's a long ass time to not have another project waiting. I think honestly it's mainly just because it's taken me a while to write and finish some scripts, but also simply the fact of the matter is that I take too long trying to write some of these projects. But at the same time, you gotta have patience. And man, I guess it's gonna lead me to my next big topic, and this one is gonna be this goes back on the negative, kind of negative, kind of positive thing. So as you guys may have known, for you guys that have watched me on SW Films live videos, or just seen me post a little bit on my Facebook or Twitter or whatever, I was working on a film, and I was asking a lot of specific things about this film, talking to psychiatrists, talking to child development workers and stuff like that, and trying to get animators involved. That specific film I was actually supposed to film that in the wintertime. And there is snow outside right now, but the wintertime is slowly going to be going away. And basically, I don't even have the script finished. I am at the last part of the film that I'm trying to write, but still is going to be at least maybe like 5 or 6, maybe close to 10 more pages left. So basically, the big news is that I have to push my film back to production-wise into shooting until next winter, which kills me. Honestly, it kills me that I have to do that, because this is a film that I wanted to get done as soon as possible and then make my move out to California. But it's not the case anymore. With the script not being finished, no cast and barely any crew 100% involved, no funding yet. This is a different kind of film. I don't want to get too hard into it, but it's a film that would probably need a lot of funding. And I have no funding. I never got a chance to speak to people, or at least gather up a list. Also just kind of getting the house and stuff ready, getting all the props and getting all of that stuff needs funding, man. And I just didn't have enough time to really do all of that and still hope for winter to still be here. Also, one of my producers who's a part of the film, Taylor Fredericks, shout out to Taylor Fredericks. He's the one who kind of suggested, like, hey, maybe you should push it back. Maybe you should just wait a little bit. And, of course, me being stubborn and saying, no, man, I want to do this now. I want to get this done now. But then I thought about it like, nah, man, it's better for me to wait. And it's better for me to, as I take the time to next winter to get there, I can take this entire time to finish the script, get my cast, get my crew, and get the funding I need. And I think that's feasible. I think, I basically have a whole year, almost, a little less than a year now, but a whole year where I can actually start filming this, and I'm pretty excited. Plus, since the film takes place in the winter, there's like a flashback scene where it takes place like maybe around springish, summerish time. So I think that kind of works well. That kind of works well. Having that, I can actually film some of that stuff beforehand and whatnot. So yeah, man, I think overall, this is just a time for me to build everything up and just get the film done correctly, do it right, and I think I'll be happy. Another update that's kind of been is that things have changed around me, like physically changed around me a lot recently. Of course, you guys know I'm from Angola. For the people who aren't from Angola who are watching, very small town in Indiana, the very top right corner of Indiana. A lot of things have changed around me simply because a lot of my friends have either moved away, or it's just kind of, communication's a little slower, a little less than it has been in a long time. And honestly, I'm not mad about that at all. I'm not. You guys saw Dylan. Dylan's been on the vlog many times. He actually moved to Fort Wayne not too long ago. And usually whenever I'm in Fort Wayne, I'll go and check him out. Dylan's my best friend, so I always get a chance to talk to him when I can. You guys saw Justin. I don't speak to Justin a whole lot, but that's still I got one of the dudes that's in the circle. I speak to him, every little bit of time that I can. Honestly, it's a lot of stuff has changed as far as like not a lot of people are around. A lot of friends have either moved out far away and whatnot. And honestly, I don't think of it as a bad thing. I don't really get lonely like that. Honestly, my thing is I kind of like being by myself a little bit more sometimes, especially now at the time when I'm really trying to focus on getting work done and just focus on getting money and stuff. I'm not mad at all that people aren't around me all the time, or at least trying to reach out to me all the time. And I know, and it's kind of funny too, man, because sometimes I just had an incident like literally last week where one of my friends, I'm not going to expand any names, but if you're watching, you know I'm talking about you. You know I'm talking about you. Yeah. I had an experience where my friend got mad that I haven't hit him up, and people are on like spring break and shit now, and I don't pay attention to spring break, man. Like, I'm out of college, bro. I don't give a fuck about spring break. Let's be real. I don't care if people are on spring break. I don't give a shit. Kind of got upset that I didn't hit him up and reach out to him. And it's like, man, I didn't even know you were on spring break. I didn't know that. But also the fact of the matter is like, dog, like I'm out here really just trying to pay attention to myself. Like, I still got love for you, my homie, and definitely would love to see you, but you're not the first thing on my mind. I mean, not at all. Like, the first thing on my mind is work, and that's it. That's really it. The first thing on my mind is work, and nigga, you should know that. You should know that. You know, you shouldn't get angry because I don't hit you up. And that's to any of my friends. I feel like there's a lot of people who I haven't seen or spoken to in a while, and I feel like they will get mad. A lot of people will get mad that if you don't hit them up at a certain point, they think you hate them, or they split up. And it's like, man, this childish shit, grow the fuck up. We're all adults here now. We're like 22, 23, 24. Like, we don't have time for that bullshit, man. Like, come on. It's not even that serious. So, people have moved away, and that's fine. A lot of people think I isolate myself, and it's like, no, I don't isolate myself. Just because I don't hang out with you, or just because I don't see you, I don't come to them parties and bullshit around with you, don't mean I'm isolated. Not at all. I'm fine. Like I said, I'm fine being by myself. I'm focusing on myself. And a lot of the times when a lot of people have a lot of people around them, sometimes they ain't focusing on themselves. So whatever. I don't want to throw no shade or nothing, but at the same time, man, things have changed around me as far as people moving far away and whatnot, and I'm not mad at all. I think that's fine for me. When I move out to California, that's most likely how it's going to be in the beginning. It's how it was in Florida, and then I found some real close people around me to be around. But this is how it is, man. It's life. We all trying to make it out here, and I'm just trying to get my whole pie. So y'all got to do the same. Cool. Wait, come on. Trying to get you up here. Alright, so here is the wonderful dog, Grizzly. Man, this dog, he's all tired and stuff right now. I'm just gonna hold him. Grizzly, say hello. He's tired, man. I've had Grizzly for about 2 weeks now, almost 3 weeks, and man, it has been a tough adjustment. Let me just tell you that it has been very tough to adjust my schedule, my sleep schedule, for this dog. It kind of kills me sometimes. Like I said, I did not believe I was gonna have a dog this year. That was like not even the first thing on my mind. Even though I've been wanting a German Shepherd for a very long time, I did not have a clue that I was gonna be having a dog anytime soon. Honestly, I am having to get up at like 7 in the morning now, which is honestly good. I'm glad I've gotten up at 7 in the morning, but one thing I gotta cut out is after I get up and take him out and feed him in the morning, I find myself like going straight back to sleep for like an hour or two afterwards, and I can't be doing that. Honestly, when I wake up at 7, I still feel like I feel tired, but at the same time I know that I'm awake because I'm moving, I'm up around, and I'm up. So honestly, him waking me up early in the morning is good. This whole last weekend I went to bed late, but still woke up early, so pretty good. I'm not mad at the schedule. Alright, buddy. See you later. And the last update that I'll go ahead and give you guys, because I can literally go on and on about this shit that just pops up out of nowhere, but the last update that I have is kind of a little old now, and it's kind of like not even too important for me to speak about, but it's about the mentorship and mentoring, and just how the mentoring that I've done has kind of failed. 3 times failed. So let me talk about that. Specifically, I had 3 different people that I was mentoring at a point in life, at least since I've been back here in Indiana. 3 different people I was actually teaching specific things. One wanted to be a model. Two of them wanted to be a model, then 2 of them wanted to be an actor. So, yeah, if that makes sense. Yeah, I had 3 people that I was mentoring, and all 3 of them completely just failed, or realized that they were never, dedicated to that craft, that they didn't want to do it in the first place. For me personally, anybody who knows me, or anybody who's really had like those kind of conversations with me, realize that I am a very passionate person about what I do, and I love helping people out, and I really like to really am I'm a blunt person when it comes to trying to get people to really be on their game and to go, try to be successful through going through failures. It's ridiculous, man. Honestly, it kind of put me, I felt like I failed them. I felt like, damn, these people did not finish through with this. Is it my fault, or is it simply because maybe they were never into it or whatever? And I think it's kind of both. Like, I'm a busy person. I have so much stuff already on my plate. There's not all the time where I can reach out and continue to contact these people and try to put them in the same mindset, the same headspace as me. And honestly, I think that's my mentality only. I feel like nobody around here has the same kind of mentality, or the same kind of, I wouldn't say mentality, but they do not have the same mindset that I do. I have a very specific mindset that is almost like I have to put so much into what I want to do, and I feel like these people just didn't. It's there. I'm not gonna go into the specific details of each people, but I mean, each of them kind of from the beginning, these people had a lot of they were excited to get started, and they kind of made some strides, what I mean, but each of them kind of failed. I did photo shoots with 2 of the people, and then I taught an acting class. Basically, I made up my own classes for this guy who was into acting, and it, like I said, it never really finished through, man. And it's a little disappointing. I love giving that knowledge to people. I love giving my 2 cents to people, just because, like I said, I'm very passionate with what I want to do, but also I'm just I can see when people bullshit me, but I can also see when people aren't truly dedicated, or they're having issues to stay focused, and I see that a lot with a lot of different people. Honestly, I think that I'm still gonna help people, but when it comes to mentoring specifically, like having a person almost be like an apprentice. I would even say an apprentice. That's whack. But when it comes to somebody who really wants me to help them and teach them, I'm gonna sniff out your dedication instantly, and I'm gonna let you know, especially if you want my help, to help you with something, whether it's with modeling, photography, filmmaking, whatever. If you want my help, I'm gonna sniff out the dedication instantly, and I'll let you know if you're not dedicated. And that's honestly what I should have done with all 3 of these people, because I was just really just being a nice guy, and I just wanted to help him out, and I could tell. But at the same time, it really took time for me it took time for them to show me that they weren't dedicated. I don't have any hate or animosity towards these people. It's just that I'm disappointed that they were never into it. I can't really say it was a waste of my time. It brought me to this point, to who I am, and a little bit, it made me think a little bit more about the different people who want help out here. But specifically, it's something I had to learn, and I think it was a great learning lesson, and I think it was a great learning lesson for them too, and hopefully they take something from it. Hopefully they do take something from those different conversations and experiences we all went through together. So that's the only thing I could really hope, I guess, for that. I'm not mentoring anybody else until I really see the dedication from them, and I can see that they will be able to benefit from it, which I believe, regardless, I think they'll be able to benefit from it. But I just want to see that they're actually dedicated, and that they really want to do what they want to do. You got to be with some people who are willing to put the work in. Now, I have met some people who wanted a little bit more knowledge and some help, and I'm not mentoring these people, but I did meet a guy, Ernesto. Got his Instagram somewhere around here. Ernesto is a very great dude. He's working with Reactive Social, which I don't think I've ever shown the Reactive Social dudes, and I haven't seen them in a long time. Hope you guys are doing well if you guys are watching this. But he's a video intern for them, and he's kind of involved with videography and whatnot. And I met with him a while ago, just to kind of give him some tips about filmmaking and how to run a business and how to run a set and that kind of thing. So I guess I'll put up a few clips. Few different clips from our conversation that we had. But yeah, I would say structuring it like that is really the best way to go about each project. And like I said, it really depends on what kind of project you're doing. Like a film, like the feature film that I know that I just got partnered up with the 2 production companies. I'm only the camera operator, so I'm not having to do a whole bunch, but I know that I have to. I'm working with a different camera that I've never used, so I know that I'm gonna have to do some different shoots. We're gonna have to go through pre-lighting and stuff like that, so just to see how everything works in comparison with the camera. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
my other question too was though the development part, because that's for me. I think that's the most important thing sometimes, as much as it is pre-production.
Right. Yeah.
But like when it comes down to your development, how long should that meeting look? How many of those should you have? That's
like for instance so for the just meeting that I just got out of, the rapper is like, he's like a very lyrical kind of guy, and the song that he showed me, the song is very like personal to him, and it's very like, it really takes you down to actual story, like from childhood to like current times for him. So right now, you know, it was a quick meeting, so I know that I'm gonna have to go back and meet with him again to actually kind of form a final concept. Sometimes it really depends. Like for my film, I've had to do tons and tons of research, because it's a film on a lot of like child depression and like that kind of stuff. So I've had to do a lot of research and speak to like actual psychiatrists, child development people and stuff like that. Like it really is as long as, I would say it can take as long until you know, like when you're finally at the end of, like when it comes to like film, when I say like actual film or script or anything like that, until you know your script is finished, or you have that final thought already wrote out, then that's how long the development really takes. It really just depends on the concept that you're trying to create.
There. And the thing is, like, I feel that in Fort Wayne, people don't think the city's big enough sometimes. People think that other people kind of are just to themselves, which, and I think they haven't found out how collaborative this field is.
Exactly.
And it wasn't until I met another one of my buddies who went to St. Francis, until I seen his work, and he was from Fort Wayne. I'm like, whoa, if this kid's from Fort Wayne, why haven't I hit him up and said like, yo, let's work, or let's try to do something.
Exactly. It's crazy, because like, before I went to Full Sail, like I didn't really know any filmmakers at all, like around here. The only person I knew that did film, like that was in film, was my cousin. You know what I mean? So then when I finally went to Full Sail, of course I met tons of filmmakers and stuff, and a lot of my teachers had worked in those like feature films and all that kind of stuff. And then coming back here, I was like, damn, I don't know anybody. And then it seems like just kind of natural selection. As soon as I came back here, that's when I start to see more people pop up and pop up and pop up and pop up. And I was like, all right, let me try to work with some people. And then, like I think this last year is where I really kind of met my main group of people that I really can call to, to be on certain projects and everything. So it's really about networking. Getting in those Facebook groups is important. It's super important. And there's still a lot more film, like Fort Wayne film and Indiana film groups that I still finding out about that I haven't been a part of. So those were some clips from Ernesto. Like I said, I met with Ernesto probably back in January, I think it was, but very good meeting him. He's a very good dude. Young guy who just wants to, to learn a little bit more about filmmaking and just learn a little bit more about how to work well with the business and how to control things on set and just, kind of very particular things about videography and filmmaking, and just, of course, the general area of the general market and atmosphere of this place, which is funny that we've spoken about that. Those are all of the updates. There's a lot more that's to come. I guess one of the most recent updates, the very most recent updates, is that I'm right now working on new prices for content with SW Films, which is great. So I'm going to be increasing prices for music videos, photography, and probably commercial work too, and some other things. So very happy about those. Still fleshing everything out, and right now a lot of people, like I said, have hit me up just because I put that out there, like, hey, we got new prices coming, you better come get us now if you want these prices. Yes, trying times, I know that's the title, but at the same time, man, it's all a lesson. It's all to help me just to get things finished and create these things. And I'm very happy and excited to continue on doing what I'm doing, and just really get things finished, and continue to strive for great things, and continue to fail as well. I think a lot of people think failure is an absolute horrible thing, but in all reality, you need to fail. I mean, you have to fail to learn about the mistakes that you made, and hopefully correct yourself the next time. You have to fail. And honestly, I think all of us, for me specifically, I've definitely failed a little bit when it has come to maybe dealing with business, or just trying to figure out how to reach out to people. And it's like, all right, let me try something different. And things have worked out pretty well. So I'm not mad about nothing, man. I'm happy that things are working out. Down below, y'all already know, man, y'all can subscribe to me. Please like the video, share the video, and like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell down there so you guys can get notified when I'm gonna post some stuff. And that's actually very important, because I'm actually gonna be kind of slowing down maybe a little bit on the vlogs, just a little bit, as far as like just filming whatever the hell. I'm gonna be slowing down on that, just because I'm trying to continue on work, and there's a lot of work that that has to be done. So doing a lot of the vlogging is not gonna be super efficient, but I do have a couple episodes that is gonna be lined up here that I think will keep you guys pretty interested and get you guys to create some engagement between me and y'all. So very happy to get that going. So please, if you see me being slow on the vlogs or not releasing a whole lot, just know that I am trying to focus more on work than I am on the vlogs, because I feel like I vlog more than anything else, and I want to have more even playing field. I wouldn't even say even. I want more work. Let me vlog that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't need more vlogs. I need more work when it comes to that. Thank you guys once again for watching this episode. I hope you guys liked it. It was just me sitting down and speaking with you guys and talking to you guys about everything. Yeah, man, I appreciate it, and I will see you guys on the next vlog.
Like all the time, and then I dream for a ball of time, and then the clock rewind, and I wake up. I know, homie. Wake up. I know, homie. Trapped in a